WhymsicalWyvern here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I stream weeknights on Twitch and I move my VODs to YouTube, which I'm horribly behind. Hopefully that just went out. Alright. Sorry buddies here. What do you call corn that joins the army? Colonel. It's not the best. It's not the best. Hi, Nameless. How are you today? It's very late for you. Why is my rig like that? That's better. Just Patsy was about to go to sleep. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm starting to do better. I hope you are too. You go get some rest. You need it. I gotta find this other video Lost wants me to react to. They're trying to get me to consider Anno 1800 now that I decided I'll probably do the Whiskerwood. I'm not, but I'll do get some rest. I need it. Good. You do need to get some rest. Where? Gosh, Discord is stupid. Yeah, you need to get some rest. Well, he sent me, maybe he sent it under game suggestions. I was streaming. Huh? Channel suggestions? No? I don't know. Maybe here? Yes, I found it. Okay. Twiglets 2. Let's see if I can find that. Let's search. Twiglets 2. Let me make sure I have the right title name. It's Anno 1800 worth it. Apparently I've forgotten how to type. There, that's it. Alright.
This video will help you decide whether...
Alright, so I've got 2 videos on the Anno. I've got the one on the Whiskerwood. I've already pretty much decided I'll do Whiskerwood. Bless you. My migraine's starting to come back. It's awesome. All right. Okay. Keeping Promise to Lost.
Anno 1800 is the right game for you. We'll start with a 60-second, too long didn't read summary to see if the game grabs your attention. If you're still intrigued after that, we'll take a detailed look at what you actually do in the game.
That is a good approach for me.
DLC options and whether you can pick it up with a nice discount. To provide context, I'll reference other games you may have already played throughout the video, and I guarantee that by the end of the video, you'll be able to make an informed decision. Please remember, if you do get value out of the video, give it a like and perhaps leave a comment, as that makes a huge difference to the channel. And if you like strategy games in general, feel free to check out my other videos too. And if you like those, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon to be notified about future content.
Yeah, the problem is I don't do this on my main account, so even if I do that, I can't do it from this one.
In
All right.
1800, you build housing, streets and factories so your workers can produce goods that are primarily used to fulfill those work.
That said, this is Twiglets 2, and this was recommended by Always Lost 42.
Needs. Doing that will attract even more workers and increase the amount of tax they're willing to pay. Once you're turning a profit, you could invest in your military to conquer your opponents, or buy out their assets piece by piece, or both. You start on one island with farmers who can only make basic goods, so you must expand your population and production in a race to settle other islands and eventually the new world. Once each farmer's house has enough of its needs fulfilled, it can be upgraded to the next level of worker who is more demanding, but
I mean,
can
I've
produce
certainly
more
done
valuable
games
goods,
like
which makes
this.
them happy, so you can upgrade them again with 5 worker tiers in total. If you enjoy efficient production chains, identifying bottlenecks, and creating pretty cities with gorgeous visuals, it's worth taking a closer look at Anno 1800. If you like the sound of that so far, grab a drink and get comfortable as we look through the detail of what you actually do in Anno 1800 and whether it takes forever to learn. Let's start with who the game will appeal to. At its core, Anno 1800 is a complex resource management game with a ton of different resources and production lines. So if you enjoy the economic...
No. It's beautiful. But I feel claustrophobic looking at a city.
resource management element of other games, there's a lot for you to like here. There is a reasonable amount of city building and a teeny tiny amount of diplomacy, but not much in the way of warfare. So if the allure of Age of Empires style 20-minute multiplayer battles gets you going, Anno 1800 may not be right for you. But if you're more of a Cities Skylines player, you can make some gorgeous looking towns and cities and even enjoy them from a first-person perspective, which is 90% awesome and 10% like being stuck in a low-poly nightmare that you can't escape from. Your first playthrough will start with the story-driven campaign, which has the tutorial built into it. It does take time to learn the game mechanics initially, but when you hit the mid to late game, you'll find that most systems are basically more of the same, so the learning curve...
But do you have to repeat that every time you come in? Like, what if you come in and you've already played it, you know the tutorial? Theoretically, you could skip it, but it doesn't sound like it.
Plateaus rather quickly. With that said, frustration often led me to Google, only to find I wasn't clicking on something in the right way, but I'll include a link to my quick start guide below so you can avoid those frustrations. However, most importantly, much like Crusader Kings 3 and Total War Warhammer 3, the tutorial doesn't feel like a tutorial.
That
You're
helps.
learning with a full version of the game that could easily keep you happy for 20 hours or more. But that's enough overview. Let's dive right into the detail of what it's actually like to play.
20 hours isn't a lot.
You start
For
with
60
one
bucks
and a
or
trading
whatever it
post
is.
at your first island.
Maybe that's
And
just the
some
new
little
game.
money
Let
to
me
get
check.
you started. You need to build houses and streets, but at first only a small number of farmers will actually move into the houses you've built. If you want more farmers, you'll need to attract them by fulfilling their basic needs. Farmers need a market near their home, and each market has an area of effect, so efficient placement is key. They also need enough fish and work clothes to go around, so the more farmers you have, the more fish and clothes you need to produce. Provide all of these things to each house, and they will eventually fill up with farmers, increasing your workforce to produce more goods. When each house is full enough, you can upgrade it to the
Yeah,
next
it is
tier of worker.
60
With a total of
bucks.
5 tiers in the base game, perhaps more depending on how you look at it. Each tier requires the same basic needs as the tier immediately before it, and a whole bunch of new ones for you to create production lines for, and ensuring each house is close enough to certain buildings such as a school or theatre, depending on that tier's needs. So how do you produce these goods that are the key to population growth? There are many raw materials and productions in the game, and some of these products have long production chains involving several different buildings and types of worker. Let me take you through the work clothes production process.
I don't know, guys. It's a beautiful game. I've kind of looked at it before. This isn't selling me. It's a different kind of puzzle. It's not a bad kind of puzzle.
The simplest, but the other more elaborate production processes use ultimately the same theory, just with more stages added on. To start making work clothes, you first need to produce wool. You lay down a sheep farm with fields, and provided you have enough farmers, they will begin to produce wool. Each production building needs a warehouse nearby, as when the product is ready, a little man will actually carry it from the farm to the warehouse. Once in the warehouse, the products go into a general pool that can be picked up again from any warehouse on that island. So now you have a bunch of wool. You need another building, a framework knitters, to turn that wool into work clothes. Place that building, connect the road, make sure a warehouse is near, and a guy will pop out, grab some wool from the nearest warehouse.
This is far more beautiful, but I've basically played this in another game at one point.
You do need to consider how quickly the farm produces the
I
wool,
did enjoy
and
it.
how
It
quickly
was a
the
good
frame
puzzle.
knitters consumes it to ensure you have enough
It
wool
still
to
had
meet the
levels,
demand. In this case,
whereas
it's
this is
simple.
open
Both
world.
work at the same rate, but some production lines are rather more complex as you have multiple buildings with different processing times. You can produce more than you need of each product just to be safe,
But I
the
did get
more
bored of it
costs
after a while.
money to maintain. Speaking of money, how do you make it? Broadly speaking, basic needs increase population and luxury needs increase how much tax each worker will pay. Clicking on each house will show you the basic and luxury needs and whether they're currently being met. Then you just need to get the production chain up and running in the same way you did for workers' clothes. There are also lifestyle needs that boost population even further, but those are somewhat optional. Producing enough basic and luxury goods is the main focus in Anno 1800. Population and production are interlinked and must grow together. But you must be careful when upgrading your population to the next tier. You will always need a certain number of farmers as the foundation of your economy. Creating a shortage of farmers by upgrading too many of them to the next tier will collapse your economy very quickly, as factories will run low on workers, reducing their output of goods. Less goods means less needs are met, workers will pay less tax, and some will leave altogether. Growing your economy requires you to balance your workforce from the ground up, ensuring that enough workers are available at each tier before and after upgrading. This makes planning ahead essential and financial firefighting a common occurrence as you try to figure out.
See, I also think doing that on stream gets beyond complicated. I don't.
At first, managing all of this is rather easy. You just click on individual houses and factories to see what's required and to check everybody is happy. But soon you'll have literally thousands of workers producing many different products across multiple interlocking supply chains. Fortunately, Anno 1800 has a built-in tool that enables you to analyze all this data to help you identify bottlenecks. Here's a typical example of financial firefighting in Anno 1800. Your tax receipts have dropped dramatically and you're suddenly losing money. How do you identify and fix that problem? You can open your population menu, which groups workers by their type. You can go into each type of worker, view a list of all of the houses, and sort them by their happiness. If a bunch are unhappy, that's probably why your tax revenue has decreased. So you click on the unhappiest house, and it will take you straight there. Look at their needs, and chances are you'll see that one need is not being met. Now you know which product is the issue, open the production menu. Grouped by product, you can see the rate of production compared to the rate of consumption, and you'll probably see that this product doesn't have enough production. This menu also lists each building that's creating that product, and you may see one is not working at 100% efficiency. Click it and you'll be taken straight to that factory, which may tell you it's lacking the raw materials it needs. Back to the production summary, find that raw material, and you can examine those factories or farms. If they are all running at 100% efficiency, then you'll just need to build another one.
Why does drinking my coffee move my hair?
Congratulations, you located and fixed
That's weird.
the bottleneck. And until you start thinking ahead, you'll be doing this a lot. Anno 1800 is much like building a house of cards, with raw materials and farmers at the bottom supporting the higher level production and workers above. And to grow the house of cards smoothly, you need to ensure there's enough support at the bottom before piling cards further up. But bear in mind, you're on an island. Space is limited, and there comes a point where
I just realized he said, I'll go get some rest. I need it. I do get
anymore. You can use blueprints to plan more efficient layouts before actually building them, and it's quite easy to shift buildings around even after they've been built. You'll definitely be researching the most efficient layouts of buildings.
Yeah, none of that appeals to me. You.
Welcome to Anno 1800. I'm Kiralis, and may I say that this is the best game in the series, or even genre. It is just phenomenal. Not only does it look good, but the soundtrack is absolutely magical. And from today, you can play Anno 1800 on console, so PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series. The game is also currently on sale, but the best thing is that you can try the game for free on all platforms for a whole week. So from today, March the 16th until March the 23rd, on all platforms, all free, give it a go. Do check out the link in the description. And also a huge shout out to Ubisoft Nordic
2 years ago.
Ubisoft for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much. But sweet faces, there is no time to waste. Let's embark on a new magical adventure. Campaign or sandbox? Let's go sandbox. And I'm going to be playing this on a PlayStation 5 with a controller. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because I never played a game like this with a controller. However, they have reworked the UI or interface. Hopefully this is going to be a walk in the park. Oh, she's so pretty. What was she called? Benty, I believe, right? Should we go for Benty? No. You know what? Let's go for... Okay, this guy's got a beard. I've got a beard. Let's pick this guy. Let's go Cyan, and let's maybe choose the pirate route, because why not? Joaquin Monanes. Nope, that's not going to be me. I'm going to be super boring. Boom. Done it. Perfect. And just to showcase this game in the best way possible, let's go for normal, but maybe choose different opponents. Willie? No, I want Benty Jurgensen. There she is. Beryl? I want Jorge. George? Welcome, George. And Princess Queen? I don't know how you pronounce that. Benty, George, and Princess Queen. And winning conditions, let's just keep them off. And now, let's embark on a new fantastic adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anno 1800. I forgot how beautiful this game is when it comes to all the buildings, animations. They're just buzzing with life.
It is very pretty.
Look at this. That is so neat. So this is our trading post. We also have our beautiful flagship, which is called Conqueror. And if you would...
It's night popping in here. Okay, that's interesting. I'll look for it in a minute. Actually, I'll just go do it real quick. Let's see.
Today, I have the very special...
Alright, let's see. What is Beauty with the Blind? Am I misspelling it? And then heat gust. Okay, night.
So what does a beautiful day look like? Or more like, what does it feel like to me now that I'm blind?
It's funny for me to say, like, it's a beautiful day. Like, my concept of a beautiful day is completely changed. I'm judging it on warmth, so it feels warm. Sound of the ocean isn't horrible. It sounds, like, pleasant. It doesn't smell putrid today. Sometimes you can get some pretty nasty smells around here. Sand to walk on. Yeah, and I get some nice sand I can feel under my feet. That's a beautiful day to me.
So I can't see the beauty of a beautiful day, but I can feel every bit of what I'm doing right here. And when we got back on land and grabbed a pedal vehicle for 4, I could feel and hear all the sensations related to that adventure as well.
There's our golf buggy. And there's the beach. Sounds good, feels good.
But when you're doing a scenic bike buggy tour with friends and you can't really partake in the scenery part of it, is it more fun to just start pedaling really fast so you can feel the wind in your face?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
But it's also scary.
Oh my god! I was wishing I had a helmet there for a second. Yeah.
So what does a beautiful day look like? Or more...
Interesting. All right, let's go back here.
Just zoom out. What do we have on the island itself? We have an iron deposit, we have clay, iron, clay, more clay. That is coal. What is this? Copper, not too shabby. We have some limestone, more clay. Do we have anything else over here? Yes, we do have some oil springs.
Oil.
That is not too shabby at all. And on this island, we can grow potatoes, grain, red peppers, and the last thing, I believe that was nitra. And nitra it was. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, by the way. But we do have 4 clay, 3 iron, 1 coal, 1 copper, 1 limestone, and 4 oil springs, which is not bad. Oh, but
Hi, Night.
look at this island.
Got ads.
This is
Ads
a
over.
postcard view.
I just played your
There's
video.
not much to see besides beautiful nature, which will be destroyed and
Hold on. See? Proof.
More like, what does it feel like to me now that I'm blind?
It was very cool. Alright, so this is the one you just sent.
It's funny for me to say,
This
like,
one.
it's a beautiful day. Like, my concept of a beautiful day is completely changed.
That's what you just sent. I was like, oh, he's sitting it because he knows I'm on stream. But apparently not.
To squeeze every
So this is the video that Lost wanted me to watch about this.
Entire town layouts when you have one you like.
I'm going to be honest. This one's turning me off of the Anno 1800, at least for now. That's not really the vibe I was going for. But then I thought I'd give it another shot because I know it's a beautiful game and watch one of my people doing it. So the other one was, hold on, by Twiglets 2, and it's very interesting. It's an incredible overview, and I've played games just like this. Just, they weren't as beautiful necessarily, but with all the supply chains and all of that. I'm going to be honest, it starts to feel like a paperwork game, and I'm not in the mood for that right now, no matter how beautiful it is. But I wanted to see Corrales play because I know he won't play it that way regardless and see how it works. I knew you were streaming, I just didn't know which video I sent you were watching. So I was trying to give Corrales a go because I've had 2 people now telling me they wanted, now that I've trialed out the Whisker Wood and said I'd probably get it. Hello, Lost.
replaced with industry. Very, very soon. But I mean,
Okay, Lost, did you see where I was? I was watching this, but he's pretty much talked me out of it. But I'm trying to let Corrales talk me into it, okay? He plays more like me.
oh, you can even see the islands in the distance. First things first, we will colonize more islands later on, but we will start a community on this one. And the first tier of people is going to be the farmers. What do we have? We got the marketplace with the farmer residence. We got the...
Did you know the Game Awards are happening today?
The fishery is going to be opened up soon, and...
I've never cared about an awards show in my life, Lost. So no. Sorry. I'm sure they're exciting. I'm not planning to react to them because I'm just not into awards show. I'm just saying if you run out of anything to watch. Okay, I think we're good. I'm trying to learn about the Anno. But I also don't care that much. I tried to learn about your Anno 1800. Like, he's saying he thinks it's like 20 hours worth. But the thing that's losing me is all these supply chains he was showing. and like the paperworkiness of it all. I don't know, I'm having trouble getting to that spot. Yeah, like this. It's interesting. I have played games like that. I don't know that I want to stream a game like that. It's a little different. I don't know how to explain it. Because I'm just hoping they announce Half-Life 3, which is honestly unlikely. Good luck with that.
My favorite thing, rods. Ooh, ornaments. Wait a moment to get all the beautiful
Oh, pretty.
By the way, this is my favorite song on the soundtrack. It's just so beautiful.
No, it makes sense.
Amusement park pack? I have not seen these. I know you might have done that, but I haven't played this game in such a long time. Oh, and then we have the pedestrian zone pack.
So he's showcasing the game specifically because he was sponsored to do so. This was like a 2-year-old video. But he really plays with everything to just kind of show.
Overpassages? I'm loving this. Okay, technically it doesn't do much besides it looks pretty in the game, right? Okay, hands down. This gives so many cool possibilities. Like, let's see if I
Okay,
get the
I'm going to say there's one other thing that...
For example, one in the far end.
That's very pretty. Gosh, she's got such an eye. The other thing for me is it's a little weird to send people around like slaves to me. Paperwork games slightly more interactive than spreadsheet games. I mean, I'm not going to say I've never gotten down and gotten out. I frequently play with a notepad and make my own game guide as I go through. Not so much when I'm streaming, but spreadsheet game is very good and exciting. But I don't think I want to stream that though, because I get really into it. I want to really pay attention, and then I'll find out I've been streaming alone for 4 hours. I don't think that's going to be the best for me. Like the Whiskerwood, I can still interact and talk and pay attention, and if I make a mistake, I can kind of balance it back out. I don't know. We'll see. I still might do this even. I just don't think I'm in the mood for making people do things right now, maybe. But I'm still very interested, so I'm taking this as a chance to check it out. Not entertaining to watch sort of thing? Yeah. I like, even my kids won't stay in the room with me when I'm doing something like that. I don't know. I've seen Hedge play Minecraft. Hedge still does talk and interact. This is not the same.
I've said it before, I will say it again. I can spend so much time just checking stuff out.
This is more like I go play for 5 minutes and realize it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I've got to be at work in an hour. During a Minecraft stream. She is definitely very delayed in a Minecraft stream on saying hello and reading chat, but she still does it.
Okay, that was neat. Okay, we're not there yet, Kraz. No, I know. Let's just get this guy in and let's delete this. And yeah, it's gonna take a little while for me to get used to the controller itself. But so far, I guess so good. But as I said, first things is first. We're gonna get those farmer guys.
Especially during a building stream. Oof, and then you could do that too.
So let's maybe start a road going over here.
I have
and take it out all
Minecraft, you know that.
Key section, but that's gonna be going all the way through our main settlements. I kinda wanna have those beautiful canals and sewers and stuff.
He loves sewers.
But I guess we can do that later on, right? More roads, so that's gonna be going all the way here. This is just future planning, okay? Don't judge this yet. I know it doesn't look pretty at all, but will it do that eventually? No. Maybe one day it's gonna become something, okay? The main question, though,
that is a weird thing to love. What is a weird thing to love? Are you talking about me or corral sewers? Yeah, he's very into sewers. He includes them in his Minecraft builds. Less so now, but yeah, sewers are cool. Yeah, I mean, he had this base that he did in season 6, I think it was, maybe. And you would go to flush the toilet and you would fall down it and there'd be square poops all over the place, and it was this beautiful, lush sewer. And he even figured out a way to make it look like there was toilet paper floating around, and he would talk about how stinky it was. I think he was potty training one of his kids at the time. He's always inspired by things going on in his real life, I deeply suspect, but I cannot tell you for sure.
4, 6, or more. I guess we did it, everybody. We're amazing at this game. I think 6 will be enough for the moment. Yeah, you know what? This will be fine. We can always tweak that. Eventually. Maybe. We'll see, alright? They also need rods, so let's get them a rod here. A road here. And uno más. Just like that. And ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. The mechanics of the sewer can definitely be cool.
And this is so neat, because this is only the first tier. But once we start expanding later on to different tiers of people, they change, become bigger buildings, and there's just so much to see all over the place. But this is the farmer tier. Yeah, calm down. So these people, they need a marketplace, they need fishes for food, and they need some clothing. And for happiness, they need some schnapps. Oops. They need some schnapps, and they need a pub. So that is something we will give them. I guess we're going to start with some...
This is a pro sewer love stream night. Oh. I think my feeling is I'm kind of interested.
Marketplace, maybe a fish.
I'm not sure I'm interested right now. I think Whisperwood is more where I am right now.
But what goes for market? How big was that place?
I'm into the little animals, and
but what if? Don't do it.
It's where I live.
If we place this over here like that, right?
Here, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Sorry, Twiglet, you gotta go. Let's see if we can find Corrales season 6 sewer. I was wondering if I could find one where we just see it. The Hermitcraft sewer. You live in a sewer? Of course. Are you a mutant? You know what I find disturbing, Knight? We don't have underground here. No, just a sewer alligator. That makes a lot more sense. Let's see if I can find... Humble, a Boldy, made a redstone farm. The underground mansion. Okay, here we go. This would show it. The thumbnail Minecraft face.
Just back like this, like that. Relax and enjoy. And if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you give this video a like. And if you do so, spank you very, very, very much. So ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, look at Bubbles Castle. It's a blaze. No, that's just a chimney. I love it. I mean, that boy's got some skill.
He has fun with his faces, let's put it that way. You should see his mankini.
I can tell you that straight away.
On his Minecraft person.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today I have a plan. I have a plan when it comes to the sewer system. I want to do something which I've done like ages and ages ago, but I never got to use it, like in a survival scenario. I have a plan, okay? But before that...
Anyways, I'm going to go watch my rewards show. I pray for a new ace combat. I hate you doing the Minecraft face.
And you thought I would be...
If that is what you are doing.
No. Because I've heard...
I'm just smiling and laughing.
Diamonds, and it's situated here in the...
I was showing Lost the sewer. He's just not even interested. I'm scaring away my viewers.
The downside is that this might be dangerous because this place might be trapped to bits, but hopefully not. What is this? A ghostly dead armor. Head upstairs. Okay, let's not step on it.
Oh, there we go, maybe?
Scenario. So we're gonna be
Here we go.
but first,
Here's the sewer.
Much better. So in the previous episode, we built...
That's his sewer.
Doc, thank you so much because I love the design. And we're gonna have a few of those doors all over the place, and we're gonna have different projects in each and single one.
Okay, stop. I could mention sewer without meaning to actually see it. No, that's okay. I didn't want to, it's cool. Yeah, whimsical piece. It is very cool.
This is gonna be kind of like an underground house or a mansion. And for those who want to build this alongside with me, I'm gonna link you guys the tutorial series in the description, so do check it out. But look at this door. How amazing is it? Let me just get that. And boom.
Whimsical, please. All right.
I'm sorry. I love it. And this is just fantastic. So I'm going to be...
All right. I'll show you the house he made, and then I'll be done. Because you deserve to see what it turned into. All right.
I tried to recover it, but it's just...
She drank the sewer water. You see, you can't change her face anymore. Oh no, my face! I see. Oh no.
But I'm thinking, can I place bets since I'm alive?
I see. Thank you.
I didn't touch nothing. No.
Did.
No, you know what? I'm glad you are.
Days coming up. Hopefully we can increase the profit.
She drank the sewer. Now I understand. Is my face better now? Yes. I have to look at my face out of the corner of my eye. I had to realize what... I don't know how it happened, though.
I guess. Does anybody see me? No, okay, just sneak in. Like
So this is his underground sewer mansion started.
This living room or the sitting room over here. Today's episode, and we're gonna see where this takes us. But I'm thinking like this.
All right, let's go on. It turned out gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, very modern, aquariums, all kinds of stuff going on. I will try not to do my face again, although I crafted each of my faces. Hold on. Here, let's go through my faces we've got. Because you have to in order to make it. Yeah, I don't see the face. Okay, that's back to normal. All right. All right. So here is Alton Brown. Is there anything else I was supposed to be reacting to for you guys today?
Thus showcasing several of the changes, refinements, and innovations that I have made to the process through the years. For instance,
doesn't it? I don't think it will, though. This is his new YouTube thing. This is his, this is not his Food Network show. And I'm trying to show the world that he's back. Isn't that positive? Why am I looking up? Oh my gosh, this is not working. Okay, I've got to... Alright, hopefully that helped. Okay, here we go.
Most of the turkeys consumed on Thanksgiving in this country are purchased in the state of suspended animation.
Have you ever done his brined turkey night?
Referred to as frozen, and frankly,
I
that's
have.
fine with me, as
Many times.
raw birds suffer more from mishandling during shipping and storage. Now, if your turkey is flash frozen right after processing, odds are good it will arrive to you close to the same.
And here's what's so funny. I don't turkey that often, me neither, but when I have had to make one, I like doing the brining way, and I always defrost in the brine, which he had said not to do. But I always did it that way, and that's his new change.
Condition. Come on, buddy. Of course, this means you gotta thaw the bird, which can take up to a week.
Way too long.
Refrigerator, where it's gonna take up considerable real estate. Then, of course, you gotta find something to brine it in for 24 hours.
But he came up with a brilliant new hack that I
It's a
love.
pain, and plenty of you have told me so. The solution? Simple. Thaw and brine at the same time.
Yeah, duh.
Here, I have a standard 5-gallon water cooler. This
Check
one
it out.
happens to be made by Igloo, a company with which I do not currently have any affiliate.
Now, I'm going to confess, I love the Igloo idea. I always used a 5-gallon bucket, a paint bucket. I had a special turkey paint bucket that I had sterilized that was food-grade plastic. This is better because it actually insulates.
At all. This will easily hold a bird up to 16 pounds, a number I never exceed, and the required volume of brine. Speaking of the brine, I'm going to add 284 grams of the kosher salt to our cooler.
And I like that he's doing it in the cooler now because that saves a lot of time.
And then you're going to add 6 quarts of hot water. Stir and...
You can get food grade. I don't see a problem. No, I don't have a problem with it. I would do it. But here's the thing. It's not cold at Christmas here. So where are you going to keep it cool enough to not have the meat go bad? So then I would have to rig a meat thermometer into the frozen bird and hope it didn't like go off on part of it while I was doing the brining. Because, like, if it's 75 degrees outside, you see my problem? This would solve it. But I always found ways around. And I always just did a lot more ice. It worked great. I proportioned it all right, though.
5 pounds of ice. Stir
Yeah.
till it's mostly melted. Then submerge your bird breast down. Add the probe of your remote probe thermometer. You do have one, right? It may be more kitchen critical than an instant read thermometer, although both would be better. Just to let you
Nah,
hang out for
not for a
now.
5-gallon bucket. Night, what kind of fridge have you got?
Right, so it's going to float in that dense brine. So you
I'm
need
impressed.
Something that can deliver a bit of a downward push or pressure, like a big balloon or a wad of old bubble wrap, which I always
Perfect.
have lying around, though I have no idea why. Now, you're going to set your thermometer's alarm to 40 degrees, which is the threshold of the dreaded bacterial danger zone. I'm not too worried about bacteria with all the salt we brought to the party. Get away.
Anyway, he's now back. He's doing a new show on YouTube. And it's really cool because he's doing an Alton Brown Cooks Food. And he's got the Big Bird where he revisited the turkey one. I do love, yeah, the drinks are hilarious. They just keep changing and changing and changing. And he's got a nice gravy. We were further along than this, though, when I was dreaming this before. I could fit one, but I would have to remove some of the shelves and most of the food. Thank you. I also tried using the meat drawer one year. Yeah, that really wouldn't let the amount of brine that needed to be in there work. But this is what I used to contribute every year to the family when we did our big family with turkey. But then we stopped doing turkey. So it's been years. Let's see. Where is his? So far he's done the turkey one. He's done sweet potato pie. He did, it was so cool. On Thanksgiving Day, he streamed with, I think, his wife. And he, oh, and now we've got ribs. Okay. And he was answering turkey emergency questions live, which was awesome. Anyway, these are all just basic videos, but now he said that now he can do his own thing, but he can't call it Good Eats because Food Network owns that. So we have a standing rib roast and pie of the sweet potato variety. I don't know if I'm in the food for that right, but it's very cool. Yeah, he was just uploading old parts of his old Good Eats show, but now he's got his own thing going on. That's why I thought it'd be okay. All right, and was there any other games you guys... Well, let's go back to the Anno really quick. Paul Harrell Thanksgiving special. I really hate to say this. He has passed though. I mean, I am subscribed to his channel, but yeah. It would be his brother now, right? No. Okay. Yeah. I don't like his brother as much. I've tried. It's not for me. I know he wanted us to support them. Yeah, right here. I see. I saw it. I didn't even click on it this year. Golly. Oh my gosh.
Hi, we're in our high-tech post-production facility. A while ago, we released a Thanksgiving...
Gosh, he looks so much healthier there.
At home bored on Thanksgiving.
He was so ill-looking the last 6 months or so.
So we're going to re-release our...
Yeah, it is too long.
Now it comes with the caveats that you may have seen it before, and that it was a lot of...
2 hours, oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe not today. All right. There was something I was watching that I actually was like, oh, I want to share that with stream, so I'm going to stop watching it now. And I just realized, oh my gosh. I just saw where my son wants me to watch Babylon Bee today. I'll go check that out later. That could probably get me in trouble on stream. Here, we'll share a little Florida with you. The coyote one? Which coyote one? Oh, the coyote one on the recommendations you had? I can. This will probably get a whole bunch of options, but let's see if it gets the most recent. Yeah, this is hilarious. He's not...
everything that they stole.
Yeah.
And
have you seen this? Well, I can go to his channel directly. the Polk County Sheriff. I just thought him reacting to the Polk County Sheriff was funny.
Guess what? As we've said before, you can't go any place.
Let me go see if I can find it.
Yeah.
That you're not on a camera. So Dick's Sporting Goods knows that they're stealing because they're watching this systematic, organized theft ring called a football team. Now,
I'm sorry. I love this guy. All our sheriffs mostly are like this, by the way.
Only did they steal 47 items.
But he does it better for the camera.
Not only did they steal 47 items, but ostensibly they may have cost their team the championship and the football game.
Oh, you gotta put them in jail for sure.
I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers. I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers.
There's one where he was wearing all the jewelry that they had taken off the guy that the guy had stolen all this gold, so he's wearing all of it. And he's like, "Well, I got your swag now," or something.
Oh man, this guy.
Let's see though if we can make him a little faster.
We took them to the Juvenile Assessment Center, and we put them in lockup. But I want to introduce you to their coach. His name's Raynon Bynes, B-Y-N-E-S.
Raynon?
So when we notify the coach who is responsible for them,
Raynon,
you would think he would be interested in holding them accountable and responsible.
I'm just speeding it up because it's so... He talks really slow.
Instead, he goes to the deputies and begs them not to take these young men into custody.
Right, you got
don't arrest them. Drop the charges. Let them go.
Maybe in Pennsylvania.
Then they go to Dick's Sporting Goods to the manager and said, "Oh, don't charge them. Don't charge them. They were not taking bubble gum, one piece to chew. They stole over $2,000 worth of products.
Jesus.
Over 47 different products they stole." And then when it
oh
was
my gosh.
that they were going to be arrested, then the coach says, "Don't you guys have anything better to do? What are all these deputies doing here? Don't you have anything better to do?"
Yeah, the coach from Pennsylvania thought, he thought, oh, it doesn't matter. They're just a football team. You'll let them all go, right? We're in Florida. We're like, oh, heck no. You're going to steal stuff? You're going to jail.
Then arrest these kids.
Oh.
Listen, I don't know how you do things in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but in Polk County, Florida, we'd lock you up.
Man, there we go.
Yep.
For stealing, for being a thief. So this...
You want to hear it?
...is part of a football team.
I love this prop.
This is also the thoroughbred thieves, and it's their choice. It's their...
Thoroughbred... Bro,
they're hard to find now, but yeah.
Thoroughbred thieves.
Choice to go to jail because they Ubered down and were actively ripping off Dick's Sporting Goods. 47 items, I believe they were caught with. So at the end of the day, the message is clear.
What are they doing?
Not just in this Christmas season, but anytime. All of these stores have cameras.
Yep.
And we have relationships with all of these stores. If you come here to Polk County and steal, there's no notices to appear. There's no warnings. You're in handcuffs and taken to the county jail or taken to juvenile lockup.
That's it. Yep. We don't play.
This is what I see. Oh my God, that's how you handle them. Exactly, right? Yeah. Duh, there you go. Right? I mean, obviously, that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be any other way. Yeah, it should not even be any other way.
Period. You don't want to go to jail? You don't want to go to juvenile lockup? Don't steal.
I'm here to say the gosh darn French are going to win. The 33 game?
Exactly. People should be accountable for what they do.
We didn't choose to arrest you. You chose to be arrested.
That's right.
And that's the way it is.
You fuck around,
and for the coach, you're way off base here, buddy.
Thank you for coming back from the sewers to hang out for a minute, love.
If you've been coaching these kids upright, if you knew where they were, if you didn't allow them to Uber away, they would have played in a ball game Saturday night.
Can you imagine taking a bunch of underage kids to another state as a teacher. Honestly, it has been a good year for games. Okay. Better than some of the options at least. Okay. As a teacher, and as a parent, you're in the other state, and you find out that teacher let those kids Uber to a store and commit larceny. I'd be so livid. I mean, I don't think my kids would have ever done anything like that, and I wouldn't have just let them go with one person as a coach like that, probably, but just saying.
So you have a compare and contrast here.
What a horrible coach.
Let me tell you, this is the heroes.
Those are the
this
police
is the
officers?
coach and the team that did it right.
You're committed larceny? I see. I'm going back to the sewers. Is it grand larceny if it's over 1,000? I think so.
Oh.
But it might not be because they're minors. I don't know. There's still different rules for minors.
I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of their 15-0 season.
That's good.
That's a great group of young men there. And this was their opponent Saturday night, absent these 8 guys.
I don't. It depends on the product, I think.
When you're locked up.
So basically, like, my policy on things is this guy. Yeah, it's pretty much just this guy. Yeah, there you go. Like, that's, yep, there you go.
Is there any questions?
Any questions?
Is this type of organized crime, is this something you see a lot this time of year?
Do you know we see theft go up around the Christmas time?
Yeah, what a surprise.
For obvious reasons. There's a lot of people that need product for gifts in small order. I am hugely frustrated with this. The coaching, the supervision wasn't there.
No supervision.
These kids knew better. Maybe you steal stuff in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and get away with it. Hey, here's a note to people in Philadelphia.
Look, you know the difference between right and wrong by the time you're 8 years old, for the most part. It should not be difficult to understand that stealing is wrong. He is very common sense, but more than that, he is able to show that it is common sense. Yes. Oh, I could show you more of the Polk County Sheriff. He does videos every day.
And responsible, and they know if they go in a store and steal, they're going to be held.
They're going to stop doing it because they don't want to fuck their life up. Absolutely. Yep.
Accountable. They don't do it.
That's right.
You didn't see 8 kids from Polk County in a store this weekend stealing, did
nope.
you? And there's 850,000 people in this county. Well, and then you have a coach comes down there and tries to.
They should honestly be glad they weren't shot.
Instead of holding them accountable. It's frustrating. But our crowd.
Why is Rakai different?
It just means they were smart enough not to get violent.
Well, if they had put Rakai in jail for stealing, I'd have said
Hi,
base.
baby.
He's not. Like, I'm talking about, like, my personal opinion. Like, I don't think a lot of these guys, here's the thing, right? I don't think that a lot of the guys that are stealing shit out of this, I don't think they're really probably bad.
He was looking at me after I poured my cream into my coffee. You know what I mean?
You can give her a little light.
I don't think they're really bad people.
It's just goat milk. Yeah, I thought it was goat milk.
That they knew other people that stolen things.
Yes, she can have a little goat milk.
I've heard of this.
Look at little kid.
Susanna, what do you judge them?
I'm in Polk County as if
Guilty. They're guilty. We got 2 kitties that have said these guys are guilty.
53-year low.
Oh, a 53-year low for stealing shit? Damn, that's crazy. I wonder why. That's a nobody can understand why. It's a mystery to everybody.
Crime in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is at a 53-year low.
It's also 2K versus Rakai's $15. Yeah, that's a Poinsettia plant like that's like $7. Like it, not that it's okay to do it, but like I mean, there's very obviously a scale here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there we go. How could he get these results? He must be lying. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. And you see his reaction to Cutie? Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was pretty funny. And you saw a video to Dion did on the sheriff? No, I didn't see it at all. I've never heard of it. So anyway, I saw there was one person crying about this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And where did it go? Yeah, here's this guy, Clarence Hill. Why are they showing the names and mugshots of juveniles? See, this guy, let's be honest, right?
Someday I'm going to make an edit of your laugh. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but... Yes.
At least we can be grateful that there were no canteens.
Yes. Absolutely.
Have a nice
if
day.
you are going and looking at this,
Love you,
and
sweetie
the first
pie.
thing that you think about is the fact that these kids are 17 or 16, and you're worried about them, and not the fact that they're stealing a bunch of shit, you are a retard. You are a retard, and if you were in control, everything would be worse. That's it. Maybe they're over 18. Well, maybe if they're not, who cares? Yeah, if you didn't.
I mean, some of them look baby-faced, but
stealing shit. That's the reality. You shouldn't have been doing it. If you didn't want the bad thing to happen to you, then you shouldn't have done the thing to cause the bad thing to happen to you. That's it. Did you? That's the same logic that the is that rapist last night? What do you mean? Why are they showing the names? Is the rapist? Oh, that kid. Yeah, you're right about that kid. No, that's a good point. You're absolutely right. They're sent to juvenile detention. They're definitely minors. Well, they're.
Yeah, I don't. We're done with his. I don't think there's a whole lot more of that video, but let me see this really quick. I always spell sheriff wrong. It's one of those words. He literally has his own channel. How do I get to his channel? There we go. I know people mid-30s, early 40s that still get carded. There's nothing wrong with being carded. So what he does is every day he does a short with his coffee, which is hilarious. And then I was looking for the one. News conferences. I don't want to play all. Dude doesn't know how to do his. Here we go. I mean, he even does things like, I don't know if I can show it, but when they had to rescue somebody who had a, I'm saying, some people say baby face. Oh, I got you. Yeah, there was a guy who, hid a coffee mug, like the thermosy kind that you stick in your car drink holder, in a certain place. He showed the x-ray of them finding it in the guy when he went for emergency medical attention. That was a couple weeks ago, though. I don't see it. I'm not sure that's YouTube safe, but it sure was funny. He's got all his... Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like, how did they get that up there? And at the same time, I really don't want to know. I've passed it. I'm in April. This was in October to November. They're not in order. August, September, a year ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to make them go by date, maybe. Can I make it do that for me? Oldest? No, how can I make it say newest? Yeah, I have it on latest. Should be ordered by date then, right? Yeah. Maybe they don't keep them all here, or maybe it wasn't news conferences. Ah, let's look at shorts. Yeah, I don't see it. It was more recently than August. I'm not going to click on all of them. I'll click on one just so you see, because they're funny. Actually, I know how to check. That's what I'm wondering, but I'm going to check on my personal history. Give me a second. Maybe. Looks like maybe October the 8th. Yep. Look at that. YouTube removed it. Here, how about I'll give you a spicy one. It's technically news, right? Yeah. Oh, that's not the right one. It's the right date. Yeah, I think YouTube messed with them. The really good ones I'm only finding on Asmongold, and I was trying to look at it without Asmongold. All right. Let's just look at what was this morning's briefing. Let's learn about today in Florida.
It's time for morning briefing. I hope you have your favorite cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I have mine, and I'm drinking it from a cup, Gary's, the oldest oyster bar in Polk County since 1979.
I'll wait. You back? Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm just doing this morning's.
Hello, everyone. It's time for morning briefing. I hope you have.
He does this every day.
I have mine, and I'm drinking it from a cup, Gary's, the oldest oyster bar in Polk County since 1979. Now, listen, folks. If you all have never been to Gary's to eat and you like seafood, you have messed up in life. In fact, your life's not complete. Drew runs the restaurant now. Gary's passed away. Gary was a dear friend of mine. Drew is a good friend of mine, too.
Every single day is sponsored. He has like quilts from old ladies and all kinds of stuff. But there's, when possible, it's a different mug every day. Sometimes it's like if there's a charity event happening or something, it'll be about that. But he does a themed mug every day with morning coffee and talks about a criminal every morning.
But I'm telling you, the tradition lives on with Drew's management. And for you snowbirds that are here visiting, if you've not been to Gary's, man, you may not be snowbirds any longer. I'm not sure you'd want to go back north and get that far away from this restaurant. Have a drink of coffee from your cup, and remember, Gary's is wonderful. Well, Pedro Altet is 23. He's from Davenport.
He's wearing lipstick.
Pedro likes to dress up like a lady.
Okay. Got
I'm
it.
just saying what it is. I mean, you know, and I don't care. You know, he can wear high heels or, you know, dresses or whatever makes him happy. You know, that's a personal thing.
Fair enough.
But
I
when you
can
give
see.
your pocketbook away to a female friend and then you want it back, sometimes there can be a scrum.
What?
If you don't know what that is, look it up. I like that word. I like the way it sounds, scrum. So he gives a purse to his female friend, tries to go back and get it, and there's a big argument.
Why?
And from the argument, there's a fight. And he whips her up pretty bad. He drags the victim by the hair down the steps out of the apartment. Not only that, when she's trying to call for help, he takes her cell phone, and you know they're about $1,000, and he throws it in a pond, probably a retention pond.
This was not smart.
This is a bad dude. I don't care whether he's wearing heels or tennis shoes. You ought not to beat up a lady. I mean, after all, dude, you gave her the pocketbook originally. He's in jail. We got the pocketbook as evidence. And doesn't look like he's going to have a real great Christmas season. You know what I'm saying? Have a good day. Hello, everyone.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that was an interesting choice.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, no.
Hello, everyone.
Nope, nope. That's not what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I was just trying to show this is the kind of thing that he does every day, but it's not. There it is. Oh, I'm open to a suggestion, since I've gone on quite the tangent. What you want? Knight, how much trouble is that one gonna get me in? Oh my gosh. I think I just spelled that wrong, but I can't see through my cursor. Yep. Not much trouble. Let's see. Is it animations or productions? Maybe animations? This one? Top. Okay. Oh dear.
So we want an order of the quesadillas.
Okay. What?
Quesadillas? And one
Quesadillas? Oh my gosh.
Bueno.
What?
Una enchilada. The fajitas de pollo.
What?
Fajitas de pollo. Can we get a side of whack-a-mole with that?
Eso estúpido.
This is hurting my soul. I make the best homemade guac, for the record.
Guacamole. And a side of frigolese.
Okay. Wow. That hurt my soul. Oh my gosh. Ah. No, that's okay. Yeah, you know, what's his face with the kitchen gadget videos are pretty cool. What's it called? Okay. Does he stream his animating or something? Let's see. Sorted through. DevHacks. I think that was it. Okay, this is somebody reviewing the OG video, but it's not the OG video. That's a little weird. I would rather give the original creator or else somebody... Sometimes he videos him making a build, but mostly games. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was Nick Giovanni, I think, but then there was also the other dude in that same kind of circle. He did it better. Gadgets. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe he did it on another person's. Viral. That's the one I was thinking of. How about freaking reviews? I watch reviews. I just try to make sure, like, if I click on a channel, it's either original content or it's somebody who's really changing the content that I can still react to. I don't like it when I click on a channel and I realize it's like, let's say a Nick Giovanni video, but it's a, somebody's just stolen it and put their own name on it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not picky about which channel specifically. I just wanted it to be actual. So there's the viral one is good. And the 1-star ones is good. Let's just go for 1-star.
Cooking gadgets, such as this robot that cooks fried rice, or this AI oven that cooks your food for you. And then...
Not sure it is good React content, though. Look up freaking review 1 year later. Okay, hold on. Okay, I see. So that's a channel.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, today is my update number 25, where I go back to 10 past products in order and give you a quick recap of how those reviews went and let you know if I'm still used them, and if not, why I haven't still used them. So without further delay, let's get right to update number...
Is this the one you wanted? Hello, back again. They have the Muppets again. The Muppets, huh? That's a throwback.
25. Number 241 was a collection of potato peelers. Let's see some clips from my original potato peeler review. All right, well, this is a pretty standard. I don't see anything particularly wrong with this one. For $1, I've had a lot worse. It does work going this way, but I feel like I'm going to cut myself. Well, this one's way sharper. Even the Betty Crocker was good, but this one's way better. Yet another one I've had requests for is the Titan peeler. This was also advertised as well. This was $20. Whoa.
First, the sewers, and then the potato peeling. Lost, this is the channel for you.
Wow. This thing is like cutting through butter. This is amazing. No instructions at all. I think you're supposed to do this under running water. Not good. Really nothing.
I mean, I guess it would scrub it.
It's kind of like a standard potato peeler. Honestly, I'm not sure it's much better than the Betty Crocker, which is $1. Oh, It's only getting half of it. Oh no! There we go. This is going to be perfect. It looks like one of those high-rise condos in Dubai or something. And let's just try it.
I mean, that is impressive.
Whoa!
But how much and why? It's just not that hard.
I just think this is a great product, and I'm going to be leaving this one out in my kitchen for future potato peeling sessions by me. All right, so in the years since then, I haven't peeled a lot of potatoes, but when I do like the Rotato Express. I guess there's a little bit of a novelty factor to it as well. It's kind of fun. It may not be better than doing it by hand, but there's certainly something satisfying about watching it peel itself. So to me, the Rotato Express still holds up after a year of use.
Okay.
The 42nd product review was actually a collection of optical illusion gadgets. Let's first take a look at how that video went. All right, let's try this hologram projector. Very high tech. You're going to search for a hologram video on your phone and notice there's an X right there. That is where you place this device. Placing it right in the middle of the X. It's pretty cool. It's kind of holographic. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty cool. It's just I wish it was a lot bigger. Next up, we've got a USB clock.
Okay. Nice. Five years ago, you literally told me in the chat, look at that, you asked me to react to this video. You picked it, and now you're going, it's old. What do you mean not this one? Oh my gosh. All right.
Today I'm counting down my picks for the 10 best products ever.
So this one? For that, I'll give you more news later. You could put something else on. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. He's... I guess that's not quite what I was thinking, because...
Today welcome back, everybody.
There are tons of futuristic cooking gadgets, such as this robot that...
In this, the point was, it was like cheap, silly things that do they work or don't they? More than it was about, is it an awesome gadget? One of them caught his kitchen on fire. I remember that. Oh, he does cheap, silly thing. Well, he's doing different things here, but it doesn't matter. I had a different thing in my brain, and I'm not finding it. That's hilarious.
This is Irisdale. Welcome.
Yeah, this was the guy I did with the Whiskerwood video. That was actually a pretty good video. Yep, that's smart. If it's something you actually want, I think that's really, really smart. I completely, if I'm shopping a product, I find that very interesting. But I have to be kind of shopping a product, you know? Here, let's I am a little afraid to look up too much there. Let's do this for Lost for a second. Award show. Let's see what we got. Yep, there we go. There's game trailers happening right now. According to this. I feel informed now. Yeah, I don't either. I'm just curious what he's been. Ooh, ooh, yum. He's making me hungry. Oh, that's so bad.
Drain it.
What's she doing?
I'll go look in the Discord. Hold on, let me go see. I'm gonna guess it's not trigger worms. Ribeye. Wait, didn't I do that before? I bet that's in my history here. Was it I cooked the world's most exotic meats? I did. I watched the beginning of it, and you were there. There was like a wolf, and I was like, that's like a dog. I don't want to eat a dog. Is that the one? There was raccoon, there was a wolf. I did. This was like a month ago or something. Hold on, let me go find the video though. Raccoon? Yes. Maxi Guy, I cooked every animal's ribeye. That's what you had me watch. There's a brisket one too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is it. And I did watch part of it on stream.
Today we're cooking every animal's rib.
Let's see. We made it up to a wolf. Because he was doing it in a... Which one are we up to here? Does he have like a... No. Okay, well, I'll just come up here and see.
No other choice but to push ahead with a nice layer of prosciutto. And now we'll add our flavorful
Not sure we saw. I think we're already further.
And on cap or spinalis on the side. As always,
Coyote, yes. That was it. Coyote. Smallest too large. This was the video. I did do this on stream. You might not have shown up, but we were looking at it on stream night. And I was like, coyotes are like dogs. That feels a little weird to eat dog. And then people were joking about Chinese people. I was like, yeah, that's you guys in the chat. I'm not going to go there. All right, let's...
With olive oil, salt, and black pepper. Into a pan to sear and butter.
It started with raccoon, right?
Of this size cooks fast and is already done. We'll slice into it. Honestly, this does look exactly like a miniature beef ribeye. To be honest, guys, for a wild coyote, this is feeling a little on the rare side. Would you eat this right now? Let's not tell Kyle about this.
Not tell Kyle about what?
Don't worry.
Nothing.
Now, for our non-control, I have a plan that I honestly think could actually make this coyote ribeye taste good. Yes, it is time for an advanced coyote Wellington, and it starts by soaking the coyote in salt water. Okay, it's been 2 hours in the salt water.
Okay, I do remember this part.
How it looks. The color of the water has really darkened up. I'm hoping that's...
But then people wanted to finish watching this one and move on to something else. Kind of like you keep wanting to watch more of a different video. So we're back. This is about where I stopped reacting last time.
Time will tell. Now I'm actually going to double these coyote ribeye loins up for a more substantial Wellington, tying them off for a nice even shape. And we'll season with salt and pepper. From here,
But do you want to
on the cold smoke.
tie?
Might seem
Oh,
extra.
I see.
I mean, it's certainly not typically done with the beef Wellington, but I figure hitting this coyote with intense cold smoke at this stage will go a long way in neutralizing any of the flavors.
That's an interesting
the goal
idea.
is to try and make each exotic ribeye actually taste good, so we're going all out. After 2 hours of cold smoke, the coyote is still sitting at room temp. It hasn't been cooked at all, which is perfect. It definitely has a very strong smoky flavor. I kind of feel like the cold smoking brought out the smells and the flavor of the coyote.
That means you ate it raw?
That was me, Sophia. No other choice but to push ahead with a nice layer of prosciutto. Now we'll add our flavorful duxelles, patting that in evenly and on with our cold smoked coyote. Now we just wrap up our present nice and tight, cinching off the edges for a perfectly cylindrical shape. Onto the puff pastry, followed by a final roll, sealing it off with some egg wash. In my opinion, presentation is nearly as important as taste, so throwing on a puff pastry lattice to finish off this coyote Wellington.
I mean, it'll be pretty.
Rosemary leaves for color and some flaky salt. And we'll get it in the oven.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
There she is. What you're looking at is
that a rosemary leaf at each spot?
First and last cold smoked coyote Wellington. Is it on the rare side?
Yeah.
Yes, it absolutely is, but with a red wine reduction over the top, combined with all the effort we put in, I'm actually feeling optimistic. This one might be a rough one. Let's start with our control coyote. It is the ribeye, though, so it's the most premium cut on a somewhat less premium animal. Oh, ooh. People always write in the comments like, oh, gamey isn't bad. Gamey's bad, man. It just tastes like the wild.
I just got like dirty gym socks in my mouth.
Cold smoked coyote Wellington. A lot of smokiness.
The smokiness brings out.
At least in Florida, coyotes are over 50% wolf. There's a smell. And it's a dog. He does rare for almost all these, and I think that's the wrong choice for a lot of these. I think eating the coyote is probably not the best choice. I get that he's doing it for a show, but a coyote's still a dog.
The dirty socks.
That one to me is a little eh.
Ooh, dude, I almost just threw up.
I have nothing else to say besides that I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick coyote.
That's a question though. Has anyone made
I
this year?
think it's because he had to see
We've made it.
what he.
The bobcat.
No!
I'm telling you, these things are as gamey as it gets. I'm just kidding, Bob. We would never cook you. This next animal's ribeye.
These are all things that are in the wild around me. This just feels like wrong. Dude. The little dish feral cat that I gave to my friend to rescue had bobcat spots on her tummy, for the record. Alright.
It's going to take a lot of work to taste good. You're looking at a guy who has
That's
eaten
good.
his fair share of questionable games.
We've gone from dog to cat. That's
Bobcat is a rough one.
Ammonia, but like beefy.
And it's like a peak. Let's see how the ribeye compares. Literally, the hairs on the back of my neck are just straight up
No.
right now. Oh, it has this very strange looking yellowish fat, but I'm excited to see that we do have a nice little ribeye cap, that distinctive knob of fat, and of course the eye of the ribeye. If you look extra close, there's even a little hair on there for Kyle. As usual, keeping the control simple with just salt and pepper. But here's the thing, I've had bobcat in the past, and I can tell you with 99% certainty that this will be a rough one, so we'll have to go really above and beyond with the non-control. Now for the non-control, we're of course making barbacoa. Well, barbacoa, aka bobcat barbacoa, may not be
I'm sorry.
authentic.
I'm struggling
It
with
is
this one.
packed with super intense flavors, and I'm confident that if anything can make bobcat taste good, it's
Like they
the
literally
sauce.
hang out on my back
Of
porch
course,
as they're
we
going
have our
through when they.
barbacoa braising liquid. Wow, that is just the most intense and complex flavor profile ever. We'll add this to our seared bobcat ribeyes, finishing.
Yeah, I can't do the bobcat. I'm struggling. Alpaca. That's good.
Yeah.
No way.
Would I want to eat that again? Maybe not, but it wasn't bad.
This was palatable.
I respect it. This is one I am quite possibly most excited about. It's time for
That's supposed to be good.
What we have here is a whole alpaca rib roast. We finally reached a reasonably sized animal, and despite essentially zero marbling, it's very clear visually that this is a ribeye. Treating the control just like we have the previous, alpaca is an animal I don't have much experience eating, but based on how it looks and smells so far, I feel like it actually has a decent chance. I mean, it looks super juicy. For our non-control, we have something right up my alley, but with a major twist. What we're making is not your average alpaca ribeye jerky, and you're about to see why. But we'll start by seasoning our slices with salt. It's been marinated
He cooks
for a
it
few
raw?
hours. Time to dehydrate. What we're making is a unique dish from Peru, home of the alpacas, called oyuquito con charqui. It's essentially an alpaca jerky survival stew, and the process is shocking to say the least. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And just like that, our 12 hours are up. Let's see what we got. I'm not gonna say it looks appetizing at this point, but we need to trust the process. Okay, so this is where things start to get a little weird. This is as counterintuitive as it gets, but after dehydrating overnight, we're now going to
Rehydrate, because it's got to be in the stew.
Also, one of the things that like her fur right now looks a lot like that sheepskin robe you had back in the day.
It does. She's finally let her tummy grow.
Well, that's not the first part she well, this part.
Are you sure she's been potty? Oh my gosh.
Well,
Okay.
She sat down to go potty. I don't know seriously why.
Okay.
She's the little bears right now.
Okay.
Design go back. Come on. Come on to bed.
It's like when you take dehydrated mushrooms and use them as a base of a stew.
rehydrate it. Yes, our dehydrated jerky is being immediately put back into
But the way you do that
real
is you
recipe
put boiling water over it, not cold.
In the meantime, we'll remove our rehydrated jerky. As you can see, it's now very soft and pliable.
You're supposed to use hot water and then you're supposed. Okay.
And we'll just chop it up. Almost has this shreddable, kind of weirdly soft texture at this point, but it is still fully cooked from the dehydration process.
Yeah.
It's sort of like soggy bacon. Now we'll go in with the garlic, a bit of cumin. Next, this delicious looking Peruvian chili paste that will gently cook down. It smells unreal. In with the rehydrated and chopped alpaca ribeye jerky, letting those flavors.
That looks really yummy.
For what is essentially a beef jerky stir fry, this actually looks and smells amazing. Next, we go in with the potato slices. Once those potatoes cook through,
Makes sense. We're talking Peru.
Honestly, once we threw the jerky back in the water, I thought this recipe would be a guaranteed fail. Needless to say, I
Yeah,
cannot
it does look
believe
nice.
how appetizing this ended up looking.
Dude, what is going on with your haircut?
Got an alpaca haircut.
Where'd you even get an alpaca haircut?
I got a guy.
Welcome to Kyle's Cuts. What can I do for you today?
Let's see here. Definitely not. I'll go with this.
I got you, fam.
Just do me right. I got a big date tonight.
Whoops.
What?
Looks a bit like a curry now, though.
Hurry up here.
All right.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
What?
What do you think?
Oh, man.
Ah, right. That guy's good. I've heard good things.
And let's taste this control alpaca.
Yeah, the idea is more like a curry.
No.
I want you all to experience it because it's really unique. It's just, ooh, it's intense.
It's like rotten grass mixed with soggy manure.
Let's check on this. I actually have very high hopes. There's some crazy flavor in here. I mean, it started as jerky. It looks incredible now. Speaking of jerky, if you haven't tried Max Jerky yet, please also take now as a sign to do so. Okay, so it's taken my hair 2 full months to finally grow back, but it's officially Black Friday and I have a huge announcement. From right now through the end of 2025, we're giving a 40% She doesn't understand men's haircuts.
Men's modern haircuts, and that is it.
Next up, it's lamb ribeye, but incredible.
No way.
It's almost like crispy bacon in there. It's still chewy, but it tastes
Yeah,
like
this skit definitely could have been shorter.
That is fantastic.
It's like a South American curry almost. There's zero weirdness, zero gaminess.
I mean, that control was absolutely horrendous, but somehow in dehydrated, then rehydrated, then stir-fried.
Yeah, but that's how a lot of like, okay. Hedge's favorite Korean stew. You do that with the the mushrooms are dehydrated and rehydrated, and the fernbracken is dehydrated and rehydrated. It gives it a different flavor. It's nice. It's like it can make some foods way nicer.
I mean, it's pretty clear. That dish right there is banging. Yeah, let's put on my haircut, okay?
Sophia doesn't understand.
Well, she doesn't understand men's haircuts.
Men's modern haircuts, and that is it.
Next up, it's lamb ribeye, but genuinely, this is the rarest lamb I've ever worked with. This is the exclusive Margra Australian lamb. It's a product I've only ever heard rumors about, and it's bred to have the lowest fat melting point on planet Earth. With
that looks really
nice. As a beef ribeye, you may not know this, but lamb chops are really just bone-in tomahawk lamb ribeyes. Given how rare this rack of lamb is, we're just gonna cook the control whole as one single piece.
And the key is, okay, I've seen soups and stews where you take the jerky and you put it in and you're boiling it and you use that as like you make like a beef broth with it and you go from there. But then the meat is still kind of tough. By the way that he did it with the rehydrating and then cutting it at that point, and then it alters the flavor nicely, but it also helps with the chewy factor once you're cooking it, at least with the foods I've done though.
We did the previous ribeyes, but I just feel like this one deserves some special treatment.
It's entirely possible I've eaten it, but I don't think I have. It's gorgeous.
We're gonna attempt something.
Well, where you are, they might just call it lamb.
I've
Not
never tried.
special Australian lamb.
What I'm attempting is a smoked then deep fried rack of lamb. Needless to say, I've never deep fried a rack of lamb, and I really don't want to mess this one up, but some things must be attempted in the name of lamb ribeye science. After 45 minutes on the smoker, it's about halfway cooked, and finally, it's time to fry. Only took about 10 minutes, and our deep fried rack of lamb is ready. Just check out that color. Finishing here with a honey mustard balsamic glaze.
Oh my gosh.
A variety of crispy fried herbs.
Artie would go cray-cray for this.
What many call the world's best lamb.
Yeah, calling it a tri-tip is not really a thing.
Because our lamb today is genuinely some of the best in the entire world. I am excited for you guys to try.
Margra.
That's a really good lamb chop.
Just zero gaminess.
It does have a little bit more of a chew, but it's really good.
Let's move on to our non-control.
That's the best lamb I've ever had.
Those fried herbs, the sauce, that fat.
The outside has the best crust ever because it's deep fried. Usually you don't get that on a lamb rack. It's like a perfectly seared steak.
Insanely good.
Interesting. Bing.
Next up, we have what might just be our most unique ribeye of the day. Yes,
Yep,
this right here
I've
is a
had that.
15-day dry-aged bone-in tomahawk halibut ribeye. Talk about a stunning piece of fish with those exposed bones coming off the vertebrae. Even though
Yes.
it is fish, the top loin of meat attached.
They also
is
have different traditional ways of dividing up the animal on some too. So.
For this video. Okay, honestly, I have no idea if I'm actually going to be able to slice through this vertebrae, but let's see if we can take off a nice halibut tomahawk.
Nice. Good luck.
Oh man. Oh wow, I think I actually got through it. No way. Oh wow, that was way easier than I was expecting. That is just absolutely stunning. A perfect bone-in, dry-aged.
Actually, that's one of the things I like about Guga, because he'll come in and he'll go, in Brazil, we call it this. Here in America, if you want it, we call it this. If you're in other parts of the world, it's called this. But he'll be talking about the same cut. And I think that's super useful if you're going to have a video, that people know where they are, how they go get that. So.
Halibut tomahawk. Still smells incredibly fresh, even though it's been dry-aged. Keeping the control simple as usual with just oil, salt, and pepper, and making sure to cook it super rare. Especially given that it's dry-aged, I really want to make sure it stays nice and juicy. Now,
Well, even if you do.
control, we're taking inspiration from my all-time favorite fish.
Because he realized that some of his meats he was referring to with the name where he learned it first, whether it was Brazil or Japan or whatever, and that if you go to the butcher, you can't necessarily order that even in America, because that's not our name for that. So he started telling people that when he does something on a specific cut, and I think it's so helpful.
It's time for the one and only miso black cod in halibut tomahawk form. Topping our bone-in halibut with this miso-based marinade. It's quite simple with only a few ingredients, but leads to some of the best tasting fish you'll ever have. And will marinate overnight. And just like that, time to grill. Okay, there is some sugar on this marinade, so want to avoid any burning. This actually seems to be going well. Now, painting on some of that extra marinade to really caramelize, this looks perfect. Topping with a nice dollop of miso butter to let it melt into the fish. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks.
Dude, that's sick. I've never seen a fish ribeye, or like a tomahawk.
Very epic. Let's start by tasting our Control dry-aged bone-in halibut tomahawk.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
To me, it's good, not great. Like, it is a little bit dry, but I've always felt that way about halibut. So different than like Chilean sea bass or salmon that's a lot more rich. This is a very lean fish.
This is true. I do like the flavor of the fish itself, but it is a little dry.
And I've even had this at like Michelin-starred restaurants, just not that juicy. Let's move on to our not control.
Halibut is halibussin.
That is halibussin.
That has that X factor that makes it way better.
Significantly better. That sweet miso caramelization, and that butter just takes it over the top.
The way that the flavors cooked over that grill truly made this so good. It was so
It holds up really well. It's very meaty, but it definitely needs
more butter, more better.
Unanimous.
I don't have buzzing on my end. I don't hear any buzzing. Is there, what kind of buzzing? Like, did it stop? Okay, so when I start the video again, let's see. It could be something with the video. I don't hear a buzzing, but that doesn't
We've
mean...
made it to the one and only zebra. Believe it or not, zebra's a protein we've tried several times on this channel.
Supposed to be really good. I don't know. Again, I feel a little funny about it.
With some very mixed reviews. I love it.
I would say
okay.
No.
This zebra ribeye has a nice looking cap, but it is just extremely lean, and the meat feels very...
It almost looks like rabbit, which is weird.
Like a normal steak, and if I remember
correctly, I mean, but bigger.
The first time I tried zebra,
very
I
lean.
absolutely loved it. It reminded me of very high quality pork, so I'm very interested to see how this zebra ribeye compares. And for our non-control, there's only one appropriate...
Yeah, I mean, when he said game meat, I thought he'd start with something like rabbit. Raccoon was weird. I think he was going raccoon, coyote, and bobcat for the weird factor, but if you're just looking at animals that can be in the wild that people eat, rabbit would be a choice that's pretty common, right? Rabbit, squirrel, snake. I just feel like those are more commonly used as actual food items, and he sort of picked things that aren't. It's going to be a very niche market. Yeah. I don't know.
Dish for this one, the Zilly cheesesteak. Like any good Zilly cheesesteak, it starts with some nice thin slices of ribeye. Time to cook, and the key.
I mean, I'm not going to tell him how to do his videos. He gets the views, and he's really good. I do like Max the Meat Guy, but
completely overcooking the inside.
I personally would have made different choices. But it's not my money either.
Kyle, jeez, careful. It's getting crazy in the kitchen. That's the color we're looking for, though. Just love the ventilation system, too. Now in with the onions, getting all that combined, seasoning with salt and pepper, and finishing with some provolone, just melting that all in there. We'll slap it on some bread with some more melted cheese over the top.
Does not look good to me.
Finally, time to taste. What are you doing?
Eating some blues.
Oh, not the time.
Always time to eat blueberries.
No, it's time to eat zebra. Starting off with our control zebra, let's see how the ribeye is. Definitely got a chew to it, but the flavor is pretty good. It has that like nutty, almost pork flavor.
I don't mind this. Mine is so tender. It tastes like what I imagine acorns taste like.
I don't know, the more I chew though, it does have a bit of like a livery aftertaste.
With all of these, there's something about that aftertaste.
And it's fairly consistent across the board. All that said, let's see how our Zilly cheesesteak is. Quite possibly the first and last Zilly cheese.
Not terrible is the best way to describe it. See, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to talk about game meats, zebra is legit consumed around the world in some places. So I think that makes sense, but
Cheesesteak on planet Earth.
Perfect Zilly cheesesteak.
Honestly, that little like twangy nuttiness adds to the cheesiness and the onions and the whole sandwich situation. I would genuinely finish this whole thing.
I'm going to. Might have been our best of the day.
interesting.
We've made it to an extremely cool one. This is elk. Elk might just be the most majestic.
I have cooked elk before.
Absolutely prized by hunters.
Yeah, how you butcher it, how good you are at getting it to bleed out all the blood, whether or not it's stressed when it's being killed, these all affect the taste of the meat. I'm gonna say I'm not a huge elk fan. I don't hate it. It's more of an up north meat, but somebody traded us some elk for some venison once. So I did cook it, but I wasn't impressed. But I also wasn't sure if like it was meat because I had frozen elk that was presumably older because people never trade their fresh kills, right? And I had no knowledge about the information. I just didn't want to waste the meat. It was okay.
This rack is essentially a bunch of bone-in tomahawk.
It wasn't like, ooh, I want that again.
With that distinctive cap and eye of the ribeye. As always,
it does look nice when he does it, though.
This one's tried and true and cooked to medium rare. I'm very confident it'll be a winner.
Also, when people are like, we traded some of our venison for the elk, but I don't even know what cuts I got. It just was labeled elk. Yeah. So I'm not going to say I judge elk forevermore on that. I'm just saying my personal experience with it was less than ideal.
Now for our
It wasn't bad though.
try something that I've always wanted to do with
It was nice.
We'll start by
I wouldn't say
seasoning
no
the
to
fluid
it.
with dry brine.
I just
We
wouldn't
want
go
all that
looking
salt
for
to
it
penetrate,
from that
because
experience.
The next step involves covering in a bunch of liquid and what will end up
And it
being
could have
a
totally
nearly
been
5
cooker error, my error.
Now to go with those wild elk flavors, next up we have some pure maple.
This was before it was as easy to get. That looks so good. Oh my gosh, that looks good. This was before it was so easy. Duck would have been another good one. Before it was so easy to find things online too. So I just literally had to guess.
And yes, we are completely covering the elk. And of course, we'll also need some bourbon. A maple bourbon flavor profile on game
That
just
should be
sounds like
so
a major
good.
win in my head.
Oh my
Based on my
gosh.
past experiences soaking steaks in honey, this one just has to be good. And I'll see you guys in about a week. All right, guys, not exactly sure what to expect, but either way.
You know how my kids used to like duck? My son in particular. I would take pomegranate juice and butter and slow cook it in that. And it turned out so good every time. I mean, there was more to it than that, but that was the two big ingredients. Yeah.
Our 5 days are up. Don't want it to be too sweet, so from here I'm just removing as much of that excess maple as possible. I mean, this thing is just
It made such a nice gravy too.
Firm to the touch. It's almost like it has a dry-aged pellicle exterior, and it is just
Yeah.
way darker in color. Now, to hopefully counteract some of the sweetness, I'm gonna hit it with a little sort of spicy Cajun rub. Should also give it a nice pop of color. And we'll get it on the
Sounds so good.
Reached 135 Fahrenheit internal, and this is what it looks like. I'm not exactly sure what to think of this. Honestly, it doesn't look particularly juicy, and there's a weird outer pellicle going on, but what matters most is how it tastes. Quite possibly the king of game meats. Time for elk. Oh,
Nope.
It started off very beefy, very juicy, the first half of the bite. The second half, I'm getting a lot of liver.
Dude, that was disgusting.
We like liver here.
I typically love elk. It
I always
might
say
have
it
to
like
do with
that's
how it was
bad.
Harvested something, because that was not good.
I guess also to mention the texture was really like fine, mushy, but spongy.
It was very, very irony.
It was like metal in my mouth.
Well, let's see if a 5-day maple bourbon soak has made it any better.
Nope, 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 nope.
It's somehow worse.
That is so bad.
Somehow our elk went from tasting bloody to tasting fishy. I think it went...
I wonder how much that was their particular elk. But good to know. Don't do that.
I mean, I'm getting no maple syrup, no bourbon, which is very sad because elk is typically delicious. But for some reason today, it was a huge letdown. Probably because we got it from that weird exotic meat dealer.
It's got everything you need.
That guy's creepy. Guess we have...
No, you don't want your bro's help? All the kids in my house like liverwurst.
to vote. A shockingly disappointing result. We gotta keep it real around here. This next one's a crazy one. It's time for water buffalo. And just check out
Say
the color and marbling on this ribeye. I mean, if you told me this was prime grade beef, I would have believed you. All the control needs is some salt and black pepper. I can't speak for the taste, but slicing into it, it really does just look so insanely similar to a nice...
Fun fact, I used to have access to water buffalo mozzarella. And that did not upset my milk allergy kid the same way. Unfortunately, he learned to love mozzarella, and now I don't have access to that anymore. So he just gets sick.
Beef ribeye. Now for our non-control, it's time to get buttery. We'll need not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 sticks. Because
I'm waiting
yes,
for him to
the
break
plan
that
for this
bar.
non-control is to confit completely covered in some herbaceous butter. Keeping the heat low to slowly bring up the temp. I'm hoping this will lead to buttery richness that you don't always get with more exotic animals like this water buffalo. Finishing with a quick sear on our comfy water buffalo ribeye. Yes, we're going heavy on color, but just check out that color. I don't want to speak too soon, but I have
That looks really good
for this one. All right, guys, water buffalo control ribeye. We've had regular buffalo before, and it was exquisite, so hopes are high.
Nope. I don't mind the flavor.
Once again, the first half of the bite was extremely beefy, extremely juicy. Second half, honestly, gross.
There's some flavor in there that's really off-putting.
It's giving pond scum.
I'm so confused though, because the regular buffalo a few videos back was one of the best things I've ever had. I guess since it's a water
They're a
buffalo,
truly
it's
different
like
animal.
the pond scum. Okay, well,
They're literally on different continents. They're not the same thing. They just have to wear buffalo. They're not the same thing at all.
this one over here was cooked completely differently, just absolutely baptized in butter. It must be better. It's not better. Oh, it might even be worse.
I disagree. I think the flavor on this one is better.
I don't know, man. It is so overpowering.
Apparently.
This tastes like the fish tank I neglected when I was in middle school.
I'm not
You
gonna say
tasted
I
it?
liked this one. I just thought
I want to know if she tasted that fish tank. That's
it was
gross.
better than that one.
Was that good? Not was it better, was it good? Water buffalo, it's a no-go.
I'm impressed though. I think you still made it better.
All right, you know what? Fine. If you like it so much, here you go, Kyle. Say We've made it to bison, quite possibly our most beautiful looking ribeye of
We like bison. Tastes like it smells. Yep.
the day. Bison are the largest land animals in North America, weighing up to 2,200 pounds, and they can somehow run 40 miles per hour. They're usually lean, but the marbling on this ribeye looks surprisingly very good.
It is leaner. I always add extra fats when I do bison, like butter in particular, but you want to salt it enough, you want to butter it enough. And you want to know that it came from a place where it was really running around and wild and eating grass.
I have to say, our control bison looks very similar to a regular beef ribeye. I did say that with the last one, and it was a massive letdown in terms of taste, so I'm very interested to see how this one compares.
We used to eat it a lot, and it would be even cheaper sometimes than beef. I could always get a good price on it. I have no news. I'm just here to say hello. Hello! I suspect that it was not just done well. Got it. It was a turkey. Oh my gosh. No. That's not good. But, then it became like this premium, awesome thing to have, and it became more than twice as expensive. So, yeah, I don't get that anymore. Yeah.
For the non-control, it's time for what I believe is the world's most underrated sandwich, banh mi. A bison banh, if you will. Banh mi's are a Vietnamese specialty that are typically made with pork, but I have a feeling this flavor combination will literally work with anything. We'll get this.
Yeah, we have it with anything.
To get a nice crust on this bison ribeye.
Never mind, they hung someone finally good content. Okay.
But banh mi is so much more than just the meat. And let's assemble our bison banh mi. Some warm, fresh bread, keeping it authentic with some pate that almost acts as a sauce, topped with some mayo. Those slices of medium rare bison, cucumber, Vietnamese pickles, and green onions, some cilantro and chilies, finished with Maggi sauce over the top. It's fresh and insanely flavorful.
Technically, that's what happened. Okay.
Dude, it tastes like lamb.
Just a super strong flavor, but in a good way.
I thought it would be too tough, but the texture's actually okay, and it's very juicy too.
This is what I wish all the other game meats today tasted like, because it does have that slight funky gaminess, but it's not overpowering. All right, bison banh mi.
Wow, that one's good.
I'm usually kind of weirded out by the
Yeah.
pate, but this just worked so well. All those pickled flavors coming together, exquisite.
Great sandwich. I think with the bison, it complements the sandwich in a good way.
I love pate.
People, when they're selling banh mi's around here, it's not always
There was
just pork.
so many contrasting textures, and it came together so well.
It's whatever meat they're selling. But the pickled veg is a must with the bun.
We've made it to camel ribeye.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have no idea what's going on here, but this thing is still completely raw, but it's like ridiculously.
Do people eat camel? Because they're a pack animal. And I know they're used for their milk. But I wonder how much sense it makes in parts of the world where they are to eat them. They do? Okay. Don't think I've had it, but I also don't like Asian food all over the place. In fact, okay. Fair enough.
Very juicy. It's like a sponge steak. We still have a small cap with the eye, but I just can't get over the strange looking sponge-like pores going on in there. Very mixed reviews on camel in the past, but if there's one cut that should taste good, it's the ribeye. Great crust on this control with a perfect looking interior. Maybe it does actually have a chance. For our non-control, we are gonna try making
it is weird to look at.
Nearly positive has never been made before. First thing we'll do is slice up some of this camel ribeye. I have to say, this particular piece, I mean, check out the marbling.
Marbling's nice.
Like some super high
That's
quality pork or something.
looks like a very different piece than the other one. I would have grabbed the other one.
We've made homemade hot dogs in the past, and it all starts with a fine grind just like this. From here we add homemade hot dog slice blend, which does include some pink curing salt for an authentic flavor and texture. And we mix with some cold water. And we've officially reached protein extraction. What it means is that it's only time for one thing. If you guessed the Meat Master 5000, you are correct. All that's left to do is load up the Meat Master 5000 hopper with the ground camel ribeye. We'll get it locked and loaded.
Oh my goodness, go yeah, the other one, that was what I meant. Yes.
Okay, it is finally time to stuff these dogs. But you guys want to know something crazy? 70% of you are not subscribed, so I have a deal. On the count of 3, you guys subscribe. I'm gonna stuff the meat. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hold it down, Kyle. They're all subscribing right now. It's crazy. All right, come on. Oh, they're all subscribing. We got so many subscribers. Oh my Lanta, look at all these subscribers. That's a significantly longer camel dog than I was expecting. That is what I call a log of dog.
No, I understood.
From here we
Luke at coming out of the other one was what you meant by weird, yes.
Sized final product, so this should be perfect. Onto a tray, and we'll let these cure in the fridge for a couple days. Okay, we've let these bad boys cure for a full weekend.
This was a night request, but I have watched Max the Meat Guy on my spare time, yes.
Let's get them on the smoker. And finally, our camel dogs should.
We were watching this before, but he swears he doesn't remember, so he might not have been one of the people watching. He didn't believe me.
They've picked up some beautiful color from the smoke and curing salt. And that right there is one picture-perfect looking dog. Now I'm hoping I'll be able to easily remove the casing. Definitely takes a little bit of work, but it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
The butt, not bad.
Pretty good.
And we finally assemble the camel corn dog. With the skewer in, all it takes is a dip in the corn dog mixture, getting all sides completely coated in a nice, even, but relatively thin layer. And let's fry.
Not really. It is a little weird, but interesting enough for me to suggest ads.
It shouldn't take long, only about 5 minutes to cook through, and that is the golden brown color we want to see. Will it taste good?
I don't know. For a corn dog, the color doesn't look right to
One
me.
thing I can tell you for sure is that we absolutely gave this.
Game news. A man is getting stabbed back. I don't think that looks like a proper corn dog. It should have been at least double dipped.
Particular dish our best shot. Should
that looks weird.
In carnivals around the world? Let's find out. We have made it to camel ribeye. Camel is one of those that is very hit or miss.
No.
Never had a corn dog. It's very American.
Irony, twangy.
No.
It tastes like a cow that's seen some stuff.
The meat itself actually was pretty good. Fat was a little bit weird, but I'm actually pretty impressed. I feel like in a corn dog it would be so good.
Well.
Oh my god.
What do you know? I mean, fire.
I don't think I've had corn dog in like 20 years. That's an incredible corn dog.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, the dog itself, kind of a weird texture.
Yeah, but with all those spices and stuff, what you really did was grind up and hide the meat.
I would still eat that corn dog.
I mean, that right there just proves the whole point of this video. When cooked correctly or cooked in a way that sort of elevates the flavor, pretty much any type of meat can taste good.
I don't serve them or do them for my kids because Artie's allergic to corn. But yes, I have had corn dogs before.
That was a killer dog.
A camel dog.
Thank you all so much for sticking around. If you're still watching, please make sure you're subscribed. We appreciate the support. Don't forget to take advantage of our...
It does you no good because this is my YouTube secret channel that I do on the streaming. But yes, by all means, give him a like and a subscribe. Alright, guys. That has been very exciting. What the heck? Well, I see. Forgot it was Thursday. News, another Street Fighter movie. Had enough? Yeah, I think I'm fizzing out.
Right? We can make beautiful bushes all the way around later.
Oh, he likes bushes too. Yeah, I'm tired. I am tired. I'm sorry. I did force you to watch a video you didn't really want to watch that much. No, it's okay. I had watched part of it before. I just picked up where I stopped the last time I was streaming it. Understandable. I wouldn't be able to watch meat for like hours. Want to watch? No, I just feel like this time of year I'm going 24 hours, 7 days a week. I love streaming, and I ended up missing so much because of the electricity in October. I want to keep streaming it up, but I think my brain is getting mushy right now. So I'm sorry. I'm going to fall asleep whether I'm streaming or not, and I think a sleep stream with a VTuber would be weird. At least from my perspective, I think that would be weird. I'm not keen to try that. So, or I'll get extra energetic and I'll be up till 4 in the morning, and I don't really want to do that either. Sorry, but I think it's a good stream. I enjoyed that, and I really like the idea of looking at the games and stuff with you guys on stream and looking at the things from the Discord on stream. That's what I wanted to do with YouTube React to some degree. It is getting close to Christmas, so you'll be getting busy. Oh, night. You naive boy. No, I've been busy. I have been so busy. It seems like yeah, I just can't go there. I like interacting and talking to people. I can't. I think that's odd. I know people do it. I just think that crosses some weird lines that are not for me. Busier, of course busy. It's okay, you'll get that sleep stream one day night. If I ever get enough people that I do a subscribe-a-thon, I suppose it's possible. Anyway, I hope that you guys all have a good evening. Tomorrow is Minecraft Day. Hi, Sunobuna. Hi. No, it's not Minecraft. No. Oh, you saw them cooking bobcat. What, like? Yeah. Thank you, Knight. Aww. And Coyote. You weren't sure how you felt about that. Yeah. The alpacas looked yummy. All right. He's so funny. Yes, meow, meow, meow. Just think how much more you'll have to do 2 days before Christmas. Honestly, it's more about family commitments and making everyone at family and work and everything happy. And I don't really care necessarily about making them happy, but it does matter to me. I have people that I love and care about in my family that are getting older, and it's harder to work with them than it was. And I want them to feel like they had a fulfilling holiday season because they have less of them left. That's a nice way of putting it. And I want that to be positive, but I don't want to kill myself doing it. Balance. Balance. I struggle for the balance, but I do pretty decent. That's my very vague, no details. Yep, I'm tired. Probably since, gosh, I don't feel like I've stopped since before October, to be honest. Anyway, I hope that everybody has a really good evening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your streamer awards, Lost, and congratulations, Lost can now be getting subscribers, so a little shout out there. I know that Knight is not streaming right now, but you know, you stream. Cool. We have lurkers. Hello, lurkers. It's a game reward, not a streamer rewards. It's a game awards show, yes. Okay, I'm done. I can't right now. Yeah, one day. Yeah. Yep. You mumbled that? Bye-bye. Everybody have a good evening. I'll see you with Minecraft tomorrow. Bye-bye.